Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do a part 3 of my Jakks wrestling figure collection. I recently picked up some figures off two different guys. I'm pretty sure they were their childhood wrestling figures. Got them for a decent price. Yeah, let's just start pulling them out. I do have some WCW figures in this pile too, so it's not just Jakks. We also have some Marvel Toy Biz figures. But let's start off with the first one. We got Bone Crunching Gold Dust. Not bad figure. Doesn't have his robe. It's alright. I think I have one that has the robe. Yeah, there's Gold Dust. Let's go. Next we got WCW Scott Hall. I used to have this figure. I actually gave it away to a friend that was a Scott Hall fan, but happy to have him back actually. Awesome little Scott Hall WCW. Next we got Ruthless Aggression Maven. Tough Enough Season 1 winner, Maven. Everybody remembers him, I'm pretty sure. Remember when he eliminated The Undertaker out of the Royal Rumble, and he got his ass kicked right after. There's Maven. Next up, we got Billy Gunn, Titantron. Yeah, Billy Gunn, Titantron. I think there's two of these. One with knee pads, one without. Next up, we got another Ruthless Aggression Brock Lesnar, which is awesome. If you guys saw the last video, I ended up finding one out in the wild at Bounty Hunter Toys, but here's another one to add to the collection. Brock Lesnar. Next up, we got Triple H. Triple H in some jeans, no shirt, pretty decent likeness, I guess, for its time. Next up, we got a Bone Cruncher, Rocky Maivia. Unfortunately, don't have his feathers or whatever he used to come to the ring with, but still happy to have this. I am a huge Rock fan, so trying to get all the Rock figures eventually. So, yeah, there's Rocky Maivia. Next up, we got, this is one I actually have already, but this one's in way better shape than the one that I have. Chris Benoit. I believe this is the one that came with Rhino. The 2-pack. The shirt is perfect. Mine has like scratches all over the shirt and paint missing. This one looks really good. Benoit. Next up, we got a Titantron Test. I never was a fan of these body types right here. These look really weird to me. Looks like he's trying to like suck in his ribs or something. But great wrestler, decent figure, I guess. There's Test. Next up, we got William Regal, Titantron. I've got a lot of William Regal figures over the past few months. He just seems to be in all these lots that I'm buying. But there's William Regal. Next up, we got another Titantron-esque figure. I mean, they're Titantron style, but they don't obviously have the Titantron metal pieces. Kurt Angle. Decent Kurt Angle figure. American Hero, it's true, I've got gold, how about you? I think I remember him wearing this shirt when he had like his fake toupee on his head. But still pretty awesome Kurt Angle figure. Next up, we got John Cena. John Cena with the green jorts, I guess they're called. No designs on the wristbands, kind of lame. Decent John Cena nonetheless. Next up, we got Psychosis. I think this is Psychosis. Yes, Psychosis of the Mexicools in different attire. This one's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Psychosis. Oh, next up, here's his tag partner, Super Crazy. I already have this figure. I think this one came with Psychosis, but a different version of Psychosis. One where he's wearing the like lawnmower getup. But yeah, there's Super Crazy. Next up, we got Chris Masters. Figure I've been really waiting to get. Never had a Chris Masters figure. This one has a little wobbly arms though, unfortunately. He has the tat. Awesome theme song. Always liked Chris Masters. His Master Lock thing was pretty cool. But yeah, there's Chris Masters. Next up, we got Booker T in red. I have another Booker T in red if you saw the previous collection video. This one has a different chest, I'm pretty sure. It's more kind of buffed out rather than like, I guess it'd be like this style chest. But yeah, decent Booker T figure nonetheless. He's a pretty awesome wrestler. Next up, I'm going to say next up a lot, so get ready for that. Next up, we got Hunter Hearst Helmsley, unfortunately missing his ponytail. This looks like one of the first BCAs that came out. Yeah, not more to say about that one. Next up, we got X-Pac. Nice to have an X-Pac figure that's not a bone cruncher. Unfortunately, there's some paint's missing off his attire there. I might color that in with some black paint or something, just to make it a little easier to look at. But there's an X-Pac figure. Next, we got Bradshaw from the APA, the Acolytes. I guess it's the Acolytes. No Farouk, unfortunately. I'll give you a little spoiler now. It's a shame, because it's cool to have this style Bradshaw, but I don't have the Farouk to match, so it's kind of lame, but still, decent figure. Next up, we got Ruthless Aggression Gold Dust. Actually happy to have a Ruthless Aggression Gold Dust. Never had one, only the Bone Cruncher one, so it's nice to have Gold Dust, Dustin Rhodes. Hope this video is not too dark. Next up, we got, oh my god, it's Steven Richards. We got Stevie Night Heat, Steven Richards, because I guess he was always on Sunday Night Heat. Decent figure, I guess. Would like to get the ECW one day. Next up, we got an Eddie Guerrero with the WWE Championship. His pants are a little stained, but decent figure nonetheless. He has those unpainted wristbands on the wrists, which is kind of lame. Don't know what set he's from, but decent figure. Next up, we got Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, Y2J. Was never a huge fan of the faces they gave for this guy. I mean, you'll see in a few, I have a Titantron Chris Jericho, and his face looks way better than this one. I think I remember watching a video, I forget whose video it was, but they were reviewing their Jakks figures, and they pulled this guy out, and they were like, I think this is Scotty Too Hottie. So, yeah, not the best likeness of Jericho there, but the attire is pretty sick. Next up, we got, there's a huge pile beside me, guys, so this is going to be a long one. Charlie Haas in his kind of debut attire. I don't know, I guess you can call this like when they were teaming with Brock, maybe? And then they switched to Team Angle when they had like the Team Angle attire, but it's cool to have this version of Charlie Haas, I guess. Next up, we got, here's Psychosis again. This is a double figure that I have one of already. Yeah, not much more to say about him. Psychosis again. Next up, we got Randy Orton. And I don't know if someone can let me know in the comments if this was the first Randy Orton figure released. I'm not too sure. I remember getting this back in the day. I think I traded it off a few years back. It's cool to finally have him back, I guess. That hairstyle is kind of iconic for debut Orton. But yeah, there's Randy Orton. Next, we got Kevin Nash, Toy Biz, WCW figure. I actually have this one brand new in the box on the wall there. Pretty cool. Yeah, cool figure. Kevin Nash. It's in pretty great condition. Next, we got an R3 style Benoit with like dress pants on, I guess they'd be. I don't know. It's weird seeing Benoit wearing these pants. I don't know if he came with a shirt or not, but very weird attire to put on Benoit, I'd say. But there's a Benoit R3. Next, we got Kurt Angle Titantron. I actually find this face pretty funny on him. Really long head there. His neck is very long there. Cool Kurt Angle figure, I guess. Next, we got another double. I got this Paul London. However, this Paul London is in better shape than the one I have. So, happy to have this Paul London figure. Next, we got, looks like Shane McMahon in his, I guess, baseball jersey. Shane McMahon. Don't know what set this is from. I have a feeling it came with Vince. Not too sure. Let me know in the comments. Next up, we got a Billy Kidman. Another wrestler I didn't have before, so nice to have him. Obviously, I prefer the jean shorts and the white muscle shirt look, but we'll take this because that's all I got. There's Billy Kidman. Next, we got another double test. I have this figure already, and I believe I got two of them in this lot. I don't know if their tires are different. We're going to look at them here. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see when we pull the other one out, but great wrestler, decent figure. Next, we got Batista, Ruthless Aggression Batista. Evolution Batista, maybe. Just before he turned face, won the title and all that from Triple H. Could be after that, I don't know, but judging by the attire and everything, it looks like it's an Evolution style Batista. Awesome figure. Never had one of these. Happy to have it. Next up, we got Titantron style Undertaker with no neck tattoo or anything. Arm tattoos are cool. He probably came with a vest or a shirt, but decent Undertaker figure. Next, we got Kevin Nash, Ruthless Aggression. He's got some black paint on his face. Some of these figures need to be kind of scrubbed. I gave them a quick little rinse in the bath, but didn't really wash them. Probably should have, but yeah. So some of them might look a little dirty, but I'm pretty sure that can come off. Decent Kevin Nash figure, probably from around 2005, 2004 maybe. Kevin Nash. Next we got another WCW referee, probably came with that. Kevin Nash. Not the Kevin Nash I just showed you, but the WCW one. Another one I'm pretty happy to have because the other one that I have is in horrible shape because I played with it a lot. Diamond Dallas Page, WCW figure. He actually has his vest. I lost mine a long time ago. Yeah, awesome figure. I might actually just set him up on the shelf, on the spotlight shelf as I like to call it. Next up, another Kurt Angle, Titantron. I like this attire on him. I've always liked this attire that he wears. Yeah, decent Kurt Angle figure. Next, we got Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy with older arms. Actually, decent Swanton arms. Yeah, cool little Matt Hardy figure. Or, sorry, Jeff Hardy. And to follow him, we got another Lita. Another Lita to add to the collection. Just finally got my first Lita not too long ago. Now I have another one. I actually don't know if it's the same as this one. I'll have to check. Might be just a different shirt or something. But cool, Lita. Next, we got another Chris Masters. Very basic looking Chris Masters. Just says Masterpiece. No tattoo. That's kind of lame. But this might have been his first figure. But I like Chris Masters, so still a cool figure, I guess. Next, we got a very played with Rock. He's going bald there, very wobbly. Never had this one growing up. Wish I could get it in good condition, because like I said earlier, I'm trying to kind of collect all of the Rock's figures, because he is my favorite wrestler. So yeah, next up we got JBL. Actually a decent JBL. Likeness is pretty good. This might be like an American Bash JBL. Great American Bash, maybe. Cool figure. Next we got BCA, Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's just something about these BCA figures that bring it back for me. I think it's because the first wrestling figures I ever got were a Stone Cold that looked like this, but he had his wrestling gear on, and he had really huge legs. I guess the Ahmed Johnson legs, as they're called. But yeah, they just hit a little soft spot for me, man. I love this Stone Cold. I wish I could get the 2-pack WrestleMania that came with Vince, WrestleMania 2-pack. Because those were the first wrestlers I ever got, and to get those again, having them in the box would be awesome. But yeah, that's a future purchase one day. Next we got Tajiri. Tajiri or Tajiri, however you want to say it. Cool Tajiri figure. He's got those V-shaped crotches. Yeah, decent little Tajiri figure. Next, we got another Umaga. I have an Umaga already. This one's different because it doesn't say Samoa on his chest. I noticed that. Decent figure. He's in decent shape, I guess. He was a really cool wrestler, that guy. Let's go next. We got Shelton Benjamin with the stash. I don't know if you guys can see that stash, but it's pretty awesome. goes along with that Charlie Haas we got earlier, Team Lesnar or whatever you want to call it. I don't consider it Team Angle because they don't have the Team Angle attire on, I guess, so we're just going to call them Team Lesnar. Next, you got a Triple H. I guess this is an R3 because he has finger articulation. Really weird chest, I feel. I feel like the proportions are really weird on this figure. Yeah, weird looking Triple H. Was never a huge fan of those R3s. Here's another one right here. This one's not too bad because he has a jacket on, but an R3 American Badass Undertaker. Looks like he's got the joint smoking hand there. But yeah, cool figure. Undertaker's probably in my top 5 favorite wrestlers, so it's cool to have a bunch of variations of him. Here's actually another one. Another Undertaker with that weird chest I was talking about earlier. those weird sucking in ab looks. This one's a little wobbly too. Decent little Undertaker. Next, I think we're gonna do this all in one video, so I don't know. There's still a huge pile beside me. Might have to do a part 2, but we'll see how it goes. We're at 20 minutes so far, so not bad. Here's another Gold Dust. This one a little wonkier. Cool to have 2 of them, I guess. Dustin Rhodes. Don't know which one this one's from either. Let me know in the comments. Next, we got another Triple H with his Lemmy look, I would say, with his Lemmy mustache. Decent Triple H. Next, we got, here's the Chris Jericho I was mentioning earlier. This Chris Jericho face is actually not that bad compared to, we'll dig him out here, to this one. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look like Chris Jericho. This looks like Chris Jericho. So, honestly, if they would have just kept this head and put it on this body, I mean, it is a different era. This is more like 2000. This is more like 2002, 2003, I guess. But still, yeah, they dropped the ball on that one. This Chris Jericho is pretty cool. This actually looks like the one that's on the back of the boxes all the time for the figures. That's on the SmackDown arena. So that's pretty cool to have this Jericho. Cool Jericho. Next we got Godfather BCA. I already have this figure as well. So another double. Next we got a pretty decent mint Rock Titantron. I'm actually pretty happy to have this one. He's in very good shape. He has his Lay of the SmackDown armbands. He came with a shirt, but I took the shirt off of him just because the shirts for Jakks figures just look dumb. It's like those rubber ones that just, they just don't look right. But awesome Rock figure, great shape. Happy to have one like this again. The one that I had when I was a kid is mangled and been played with. Next up, we got Jerry the King Lawler, BCA. It's actually a nice figure to have. If I ever set up a figure arena, he's definitely going to be in the commentator seat with my War Tony, aka JR. But yeah, there's Jerry the King. Next up, we got a smiling Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's got these gold knee braces, which are kind of weird. Decent Stone Cold, I guess. Kind of an iconic look. He always rocked the jean shorts. But yeah, there's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Next, we got another one I'm pretty happy to have. Rikishi. I used to actually have this figure when I was young. I think he broke though, so very happy to have another Rikishi in the collection. I did it for the Rock. You did it for the Rock, folks. Next up, we got Chavo. We got Chavo Guerrero here. I believe this one came in a 2-pack. I forget with who. But yeah, there's Chavo. Next, we got another character figure I didn't have before. Orlando Jordan, JBL's right-hand man, I guess. Orlando Jordan, cool to finally have one. Next, we got another Chris Benoit. This one has a little scuff on his face. Another one that I gotta kind of scrub and fix up a bit, I guess. But cool attire, decent figure. Chris Benoit, no stubble, so clean-shaven Chris Benoit. Next, we got another Titantron-style Rock. This one kind of different appearance, wearing pants and a shirt. I guess it's cool for like a backstage rock or something, or just getting out to the arena kind of rock. Cool figure, happy to have it. Next, we got a WCW Conan figure. I used to like Conan when I was a kid just because of his name, because I'm a huge Arnold fan. Even though it's spelt differently and all that, I still just thought he was cool. Always thought he was Portuguese, but he's not. He's obviously Mexican, but being a kid, you just, any Latino guy you thought was your own race. Well, I did anyways, but he looks pretty cool. He has his shirt wrapped around his waist there. Awesome that he has that. Doesn't have his hat and all that, but still decent figure to have. One I always wanted. Next, we got this guy, Johnny something. I think he's the one that came with the Chavo. He, I don't know, Italian guy. Used to wear a hat. That's all I really know about him. Next up, we got a Rob Van Dam Titantron. Awesome front attire. Crappy back attire because there's nothing there. So, yeah, decent Rob Van Dam, I guess, from the front. They always do that with Rob Van Dam figures. Well, they used to do that, I guess. They don't do that anymore, but here's another one. We got Jamie Noble. Another one I used to have, but don't anymore, so happy to have him back. Jamie Noble. We're kind of narrowing down the pile here, but here's next up, Mr. Kennedy. Happy to have him too. Never had him before. He's got his tats. Or Mr. Anderson, wherever you want to call him, Kennedy Anderson. Next we got Brian Kendrick. This one I actually have, but he's missing an arm, so it's cool to have one that has both arms, even though the arms are wobbly. But still, cool to have. Paul London's tag team partner. Next, we got Matt Hardy, version 1 Matt Hardy. Kind of plain attire. He has the V1 on his tape, but decent Matt Hardy figure, I guess. Next, we got the Big Red Machine, Kane. Cool figure to have. Don't have one with the shirt on still, so that's kind of cool. Really wish I could get the one that has the mask with the open mouth. That Kane from that era, I just think is awesome. Where he tag teamed with Rob Van Dam, and I think he tag teamed with Hurricane for a bit. Next we got Rico, another Rico. I already have this Rico, so he'll be in the doubles pile. Next we got the little Rey Mysterio that comes with Paul White, Big Show, WCW. It's funny that he was just this small for a WCW figure. Here's Conan, and there's Rey Mysterio. He looks like a 13 or 12-year-old kid compared to this, but that's pretty funny. Little Rey Mysterio. Next up, we got Mark Henry from the Nation of Domination. Another figure I never had, so cool to have Mark Henry. And next, we got, I believe this is Sunny. Sunny from the Attitude Era. Yeah, I guess cool to have her. Next up, we got the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. Never had this one growing up. Red attire. He's missing his knee pads, but decent Randy Orton figure, I guess. Was never a huge fan of this face sculpt. I don't know what it was. I think it was just because he's smiling. I don't know. I liked the head sculpt they came with after this one, where he's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Next, we got Rosie superhero in training. Unfortunately, he's missing his ponytail, which sucks, and I think he came with like a bandana too, or his eyewear, or whatever he used to wear on his face. But cool figure to have. Don't have a Hurricane, really need a Hurricane. Next, we got a really loosey Chuck Palumbo from when he was a tag team with Billy and Chuck. Face sculpt looks good, but the rest of the figure is very wonky. Next, we got Matt Hardy again. Matt Hardy. I wonder if that's the same. That's almost the same face, eh? For a couple year difference. It's almost the exact same face. We're gonna bang it out in one video, I think, guys, because I don't feel like making a part 2. So next we got Val Venus. Val Venus, Bone Cruncher. I don't have a towel with him, unfortunately. Next we got an R3 Jeff Hardy. It's a shame this one's in pretty bad shape. He has no hair. It would have been a pretty decent figure to have if he was in good shape. Decent attire on him. Next we got Stephanie McMahon. Awesome to have a Stephanie McMahon finally, especially from this era. This might have been the one that came with Kurt and Triple H, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive on that. But happy to have Stephanie McMahon in my collection. Jeez, can't even talk. Next, we got another John Cena, the same head sculpt as before, different logos. He actually has the word life knuckles. He has the Chain Gang logos everywhere, one on the shorts. Always kind of wanted a Chain Gang era Cena figure, but it's kind of when I stopped watching wrestling. But there's John Cena. Next, we got Vinnie Mac. We got Vince McMahon, Titantron in a suit. This one looks pretty good, actually. Decent Vince McMahon. I'm gonna have to drag some of these closer to me. Getting too far to grab. Next, we got a really horrible, really loose, broken pieces Umaga. Yeah, Umaga. Next up, we got this guy. I don't remember his name, but I think he's like a Highlander or something. Or something. I don't know. I forget who he is. Let me know in the comments. We got this guy. I think this is DiBiase's son, but I forget his name. I don't know if it's Ted. I don't know if he took his dad's name or what. But there he is, DiBiase. Next, we got another Titantron, Kurt Angle. Decent attire, I guess. Different face sculpt. Kurt Angle. We have this really horrible shape Bret Hart WCW figure. I'm sure Buddy played with this a lot. This is when they came with the stupid gimmicks. Like, he's the hitman, so he was a hitman, I guess. Pinstripe attire. Next, we got... Here's that other test figure. I believe it's the same one we saw earlier. So yeah, there's Test again. Next, we got a Scorpion King Rock figure. Another one I used to have, but broke when I was a kid. The face sculpt is god-awful on him, but the rest of the figure is pretty cool, I guess. The attire and just what were they thinking with that face? I don't know. Trying to make him look evil, maybe. But wow, that does not look like The Rock at all. Next, we got a basic-looking Titantron Steve Austin. No knee braces, nothing. Next, we got Hardcore Holly. How do you like me now? Hardcore Holly in his purple and black attire. Next, we got, oh god, I used to hate this guy's entrance music. Rob Conway. Just look at me. Guess it's cool to have a Rob Conway with a mustache. Next up, we got another X-Pac, very similar to the other one we saw earlier, but no upper piece to his attire. I don't know what those are called. Basic looking X-Pac there. Next, we got about probably 20 left, maybe. I'll kind of run through them a little quicker. We got another Triple H with a weird chest, signed on his calf, or his thigh, sorry. Signature series, I'm going to assume. Let me know in the comments. Decent looking face, actually, on him. He's got that smirk. Next, we got Billy Gunn, Ruthless Aggression. Actually pretty happy to have this Billy Gunn. I think this one came with Stacy Keibler. Unfortunately, I do not have the Stacy Keibler. But yeah, happy to have a Billy Gunn figure. The only one I ever had before was a BCA one, and then we had that one earlier. But this one's pretty cool. Looks a lot like him. Yeah, Billy Gunn. Next, we got another Undertaker. Probably 2006, 2005 era. Maybe 2007. Undertaker. That's just about the same size as Billy Gunn. Always thought that was dumb about Jakks. They never scaled the figures right. Next, we got a pretty minty Steve Austin. General Manager Steve Austin. This one came with Bischoff, I'm pretty sure. I already have this one, but this one's in way better shape. Excuse me. So cool to have that. Next, we got another Triple H, BCA. Triple H. Those legs, I think. These are the legs Matt Cardona was bitching about on that episode of FWF. We're on the pod. Great Triple H figure. Had this one when I was a kid, lost it or broke it, so cool to have it again. Next, we got another Rock figure. Pretty decent shaped face. The only stupid thing is he doesn't have his tattoo on his arm, which is kind of dumb, but he's got the track pants. Titantron Rock. Next, we got a Bone Cruncher Rock with the Rocky Maivia signed on the vest there. This might have been right after he started acting cooler and was in the Nation and whatnot. Maybe just leaving the Nation. But there's Rocky. Next up, we got Triple H, Titantron, another Triple H Titantron. Happy to have him. Next, we got X-Pac, another one that I had before that I broke to make a custom of. I pretty much just used the head because I thought the head was pretty cool, but nice to have him again, not broken, so that's cool. Next, we got, I've said next we got a lot probably in this video, eh? Sorry guys. But we have Paul White, Big Show with his barely fist lifting action. And after him, we have, I believe this is Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon in a dress shirt. He might have came with Vince McMahon in a 2-pack. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. Next, we got a really loosey CM Punk. CM Punk, probably one of his first figures, I would say, because I believe this was like towards the end, maybe, when Jakks had their license. So, not sure on that one. Let me know in the comments if that was his first figure or not. Next, we have a Titantron style Brock Lesnar, which is very kind of unique to me. I never knew he was made in Titantron style, so that's kind of cool. Brock Lesnar, that's probably one of his first figures, if not his first figure. Next, we got Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, he must have came with Jeff, I think. Maybe this is the one that came with Earl Hebner and Jeff in that 3-pack. I used to have it, so the face looks familiar. Next, we got Carlito. I actually have this Carlito already. I think I do. Could be different attire, actually. Always nice to have more Carlitos. I thought he was pretty cool. Carlito. Here we have another Billy Gunn. I think this is the same one we saw earlier in the video, but this one's in way worse shape. But he has knee pads. There's Billy Gunn again. Next, we got another Chris Jericho with that head sculpt. Yeah, not the best head sculpt. Jacket's cool. Attire's cool. Pants are cool. Highlight reel Jericho, I guess you could call him. Next, we got a couple more. A few left here. Got Rob Van Dam. This one's actually kind of dirty. Didn't give this guy a good fig bath. As I said, I didn't really fig bath them. I just kind of threw them in the water and rinsed them off a bit. But Rob Van Dam. Next, we got an R3 NWO Kevin Nash. This one was pretty cool. It actually looks like they tried to make this figure tall, which is cool because Kevin Nash is a tall guy. So that's a cool figure to have. Next, happy to finally have a Tommy Dreamer in the collection. Tommy Dreamer, ECW legend. I remember when he always used to rock this WWE shirt. He is not looking so slim these days. Sorry, Tommy, if you're watching this. Probably not, so I'm good. But next, we got Taz, another ECW guy. Never really wore this, so don't know what Jakks was thinking, but happy to have a Taz figure, because I don't have a Taz figure, so awesome. His tats are pretty sweet, actually. Pretty cool tattoos. So awesome to have Taz. Next, we got another Chris Masters. This one's probably the best out of the 3 that I got. Has the tat, has the knee pads. He's in decent shape, besides some black marks under his eyebrow there that I gotta clean. But no loose joints. Great figure. This is probably my favorite Chris Masters now. Sweet. Chris Masters. Next, we got a Road Dogg BCA. I always thought the tattoos on this guy were awesome when I was a kid. My cousin used to have this figure, and I don't know, I was so mind blown on the tattoos. I just thought the tattoos were really cool. So, there's Road Dogg. Next, we got another Jericho in his wrestling attire. Says Jericho on the boots, pretty awesome. This face is great. 2003 style Jericho, I guess. Way better than this face. Like, just look at the difference there. Like, would you even think that's the same guy? Probably not. Jericho. Next, we got another Titantron Rock, similar to the one we had earlier, except this one's a little bit banged up more, been played with more. Still in okay shape. The Rock. Next, we got another Matt Hardy. This one is very wobbly. Pretty much the same as the other one we saw, except he has a painted on shirt. So, there's Matt Hardy. Next, we got another one that I'm happy to finally have in the collection. The Great Khali with his giant mouth. Look at that. It's going to eat the camera. Very, very big figure. Here's Paul White from WCW, just to compare the height there. Awesome figure. He's actually pretty heavy, too. Happy to finally have a Great Khali. Next, we got a Bubba Ray Dudley. Decent Bubba Ray Titantron. No Devon, unfortunately. Got to get a Devon Titantron. But I might actually have one. I have to check in the bin. But next up, we got another John Cena with the same face sculpt as we've seen before. Different wristbands. You can't see me. Doesn't have the you can't see me hands. Well, I guess you can use this one, but it doesn't look right. They could have gave him an open hand like this Jericho, but they didn't, because they gave him one-fisted hand, and then I guess they wanted to give him a hand so he can hold stuff. But cool John Cena, happy to have him. He has the Word Life symbol on his shorts, shorts. 2 left, folks, 2 left. Here we go. Second last one, we have a WCW Toy Biz Macho Man, and let's just say I'm very happy to have this. I think this was a 2-pack. Might have came with Miss Elizabeth. I'm not sure. One I really wanted as a kid that I finally have now. So awesome. Macho Madness. Ooh, yeah. And the last figure is one of my favorites. The Rock Bone Crunching action figure. I remember seeing this in stores when I was a kid in Sears, and I didn't get this one. I ended up getting a Titantron Rock, but I really wanted this one. I don't know why. I think it's because the eyebrow is just so... The eye is so big, and the eyebrow, I don't know, it just caught my attention. But there's BCA Rock, and that is the last figure of the new haul that I got. So I will be adding these figures to my Jakks collection. I'm not selling any of them. So yeah, if you guys stuck around this long to watch this, thank you very much. Until next time, until I get another crazy lot, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and check out my Instagram page for my 1,000 follower giveaway. I'm at 725 now or something, so almost there. Make sure to go on there and hit subscribe. We're going to be doing an awesome giveaway. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.